Right, some of you will have seen my post yesterday showing the criminal damage that a guest who came over from Iceland did to one of my hotel rooms. And if you haven't seen it, look at a previous video. But ultimately I showed a footage inside the room, and it's a massive guy, 17 plus stone, probably covered in tattoos, from Iceland, what you might imagine a Viking to look like, hair tied back in a knot, deep gruff voice, drunk as anything. I mean, when we went in the room there was multiple empty bottles of vodka in there. He'd only stayed 2 nights, and there was blood everywhere. He'd soaked blood into the mattress, the floor, splashed blood up the walls, the quilts, everything soaked in blood. And apparently he was draining his blood, not catching it in anything, you know, as you might, just draining it out on the you know, because obviously the mattress and the floor can soak it up, right? Ended up calling an ambulance for this guy, police for this guy, because he was basically very erratic and unstable and mildly aggressive, and I was trying to get him to pay for another night. But yeah, concerned for him, his well-being, because he was collapsing and etc. And ultimately he was arrested because he got aggressive with the police and said, "Get out of my room," as if it's his room. No, it's my room that you are a guest in, mate, that you've trashed, okay, causing fucking best part of £1,000 worth of damage, probably, with to replace beds and bedding and cleaning and loss of rental. You know, I can't rent this bank holiday weekend coming, I can't rent that room out, and so yeah, it's loss of income, call it 1,000, right? And the only way that I would be able to go after him for damages is by press charges. The police were trying to get me to not press charges, saying that CPS will just drop it anyway. And I thought, no, I'm not dropping charges. He's wasted taxpayers' money. Ambulance service, spending all the time in A&E. Policemen had to stay with him all night. And then the police phoned me this morning and said, "Oh, by the way, we can't insist," because I said to them, "Well, ask him if he will settle. So I won't press charges, I won't take him to court, etc. If he just settles and pays, you know, I gave an estimate of the cost, pays a certain amount." And they came out to me and said, "No, we can't. He's going back to Iceland. We can't stop him going back to Iceland. So we can't. We literally have no cards here, no cards to play. So you can come over to this country, can't you, from overseas, trash a hotel room, yeah, waste taxpayers' money, take up valuable police hours and ambulance hours and clog up our hospitals, and then bugger off scot-free. Can't you? This is proof. I mean, if you tweet something with hurty words, then you're going to prison. But if you're from overseas, you can come here and do whatever the fuck you want. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Okay, you can get away with murder if you are not a British citizen. If you're a British citizen, you get chucked in jail for hurty words, right? For tweeting something that you might have just got a bit hot under the collar under and tweeted something. So, I think it's just ridiculous, utterly ridiculous, this situation, and the law and order in this country. And I've been told, don't get political, and you know, you get cancelled, you'll get shadow banned and all that. Nah, bollocks to it. The current Prime Minister, he used to be in charge of the CPS. Now the police were telling me nothing ever gets past the CPS. It doesn't matter what people have done, the CPS just drop it. Yeah, so literally you can shoplift. I think, is it 250 quid that you can shoplift, and the CPS won't press charges. So poor shopkeepers are getting hundreds of pounds worth of stock taken. People just going in and they might as well not bother having a till, right? People just go in there and take whatever they want and walk out. and they're not even allowed to apprehend or detain, etc. And the CPS won't press charges, and the police time's completely wasted. Right? So the current Prime Minister used to be head of the CPS, didn't he? He basically used to cost the taxpayer hundreds of millions of pounds because of legal aid, and he would be defending people who we were trying to get out of the country because they were criminals, etc. And he was using taxpayers' money, using legal aid and the European Court of Human Rights in order for that person not to be deported. And how much money was he earning in the meantime? And he got a knighthood, okay? And he is now the Prime Minister of this country. And as far as I'm concerned, he is the main reason why this country is a fucking laughing stock. Am I wrong? Okay, if you disagree with me, tell me. All right, I think an absolute laughing stock. But here's the thing, I'm not going to let the bastards get me down. Caroline and I do consider going abroad, right? So we can vote with our feet, can't we? We can go abroad. My daughter's in Dubai, and you can make really good money from real estate in Dubai. Should I do that? I know an awful lot of people are buggering off and saying, you know what, I'm done with this place. It's already down the pan. It's not going to be turned around. Do you think it's down the pan? Do you think it's too late? But do you know what? I'm going to dust myself off and pull up my big boy pants and crack on, because otherwise you're letting the bastards win. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like, follow, subscribe if you like my content. I'm not always ranting. I'm sometimes giving quite hopefully useful information about property and serviced accommodation, buy-to-lets, HMOs, SAs. But yeah, like, follow, subscribe, depending on what platform, if you want to hear more of my content. And for me, the property soldier, remember, your future prosperity needs you to keep calm. I'm a bit agitated, and carry on. Take care.